My name's Guillian. I'm a retired chief. I did a little over 20 years in the Navy. Did a tour in Sigonella, about 6 years in Jacksonville, Florida. I did a tour in California, Michigan, Nevada. I'm a full-time student at the University of Montana at the moment. I have 3 kids. My oldest is 29, she's my stepdaughter. And I have 2 daughters of my own, 22 and 18. One in grad school and one a sophomore in college. When I entered the Navy, my recruiter said, there's 2 things I don't want to know about you. I don't want to know if you smoke pot, and I don't want to know if you are homosexual. I had plenty of girlfriends prior to that, and I went, my first duty station was over at Naval Air Station Sigonella. I was in the aviation part of the Navy, and I witnessed about 4 of my best friends getting booted out of the Navy for being gay, and that kind of freaked me out. So I knew I was probably next in line. So what I did was I found a very nice gentleman, CB, who became my pseudo boyfriend for a while, and so I could kind of, ditch that stigma. And then I transferred to Jacksonville, gay life, and met another gal, and that didn't quite work out for me. There was a gentleman in my squadron that took a liking to me, and I don't know, about a year into it, I finally had enough guts to let him know that I was gay, because I was concerned about that, because the time frame that I served, I went in 82, so till the early 90s, it was just, if you're caught, you're out. And then it went to don't ask, don't tell, so I was really worried about coming out to him, so, which I did, I finally did. He was cool with it. And then we eventually got orders together, and I got pregnant a week before my daughter was born. We married, and I just recently divorced, and we were married for 22 and a half years. Basically, as the children got to that college level, our marriage was kind of deteriorating, and we both realized that we'd be better off as friends than as a married couple. So we got a divorce. We're really good friends now. We have great kids, and I ended up leaving the little town that we built a home in and moved to Missoula. Started going to college full time. About a month being here, there was a forum at the university for transgender folks, and I decided to just go check it out. That's where I initially met about 3 or 4 transgender people, which was really an eye-opener for me, because at the time I was thinking, I mean, all along my whole life I pretty much knew that was me, but I didn't know if I had enough traits to be considered transgender. So here was this young kid, 24, and he was crocheting, and he was female to male, and then there was another gal, she was male to female, and she's an auto mechanic. And so what that did for me was kind of open up my mind to realize that it really doesn't matter the kind of things that you do in life. What really matters is what's internal. And so that kind of was like an opening, and that's where I kind of went from there, and then just everything kind of just exploded. And I talked to my doctor through the VA and said I wanted to transition. Concerning the transgender community and why they should be able to serve openly in the military it's kind of a simple thing. They already are serving. They might not be open, but they're there because I was there, and I know other people that are in the military and that were in the military, so they're already there. It's kind of like the gay community. They're already working next to everyone else that's the dominant culture, heterosexual, and fitting in and working and perfectly fine. So the only thing that we're going to do is open everyone's minds up to say, instead of staying in the closet, just simply say, hi, I'm the same coworker I came in to work with yesterday, but guess what, today I'm allowed to say that I'm transgender. And I think that's important because like in the Navy we talk about our core values, and when you take that away from a transgender person, you're basically saying, hey, we want you to honor our core values, but at the same time they're having to lie. And so it's kind of like this double-edged sword where you're wanting to do the right thing by the standards, and yet you have to hide yourself, and it plays on your emotions and your mind. And the other part of that is if you run into somebody that is anti-gay or anti-transgender, when it's not an open forum for the transgender to people to go ahead and serve, that person can go ahead and possibly alter your evaluations. So what that does to a person like me, it makes you so conscious of that you're overly careful about being honest in saying what really you feel should be better for the command or better for your squadron, because you might have somebody in your chain of command that could possibly ruin your career. And for me, serving my government and retiring from the Navy was like so important for me. It was just like what I was meant to do.